Hi everybody, skip to this part of the video if you want to get to the actual video part, but in the meantime, hi. I've been away for a bit, and yeah, I've been able to actually go outside, touch grass, all that kind of stuff, and after a while, I finally wanted to get back into YouTube stuff, because, hi. I kinda miss doing this shit. As long as I make sure that I'm all perfectly fine, YouTube shouldn't bonk me for anything else as far as I'm aware of, unless there's some kind of hidden thing waiting in the time for me to step on it, hear a click, and then there goes the channel again. Hooray. But in the meantime, I've actually thought about things, and I kinda think that instead of doing the shorter videos on a daily basis, I'd like to do the longer videos on a less frequent basis, probably about 3 to 4 times a week, with a little bit more editing put into it and all that kind of stuff to make it a little more fancier and all that stuff. Plus also YouTube algorithm go burr with longer videos and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I'll do something stupid like put a big red arrow in the thumbnail or stuff like that. I don't know. One thing I do know for sure is that I'm back. Yes, I kind of look like shit. Hi, I just woke up, but yes, hi, let's get with the video, okay? By the way, in the meantime, I've been able to do some stuff while I was doing all that grass touching and all this stuff in those last couple of months that I haven't been gone. So hi, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. It's probably lighting up because YouTube tries to incentivize that with lighting up on the UI right now, so yeah, hi. Channel was terminated at TwitchCon, but I still enjoyed being able to talk to the mouse PI for hire devs. That was fun. Got to see Big Ass Whale. This guy's probably still waiting for Pokemon cards to become affordable again. Got to meet an artist that likes doodling me while I stream. By the way, yes, I do stream. Check the link down below, and don't look up this artist unless you have safe search on. Went to a model train museum. By the way, that's the model train part's gonna come up a lot. I took some pictures of my dog, him named Warren, and he likes his stuffed animals. Went to another train show, went to a few other train shows, and honestly, I'm just loving the little dioramas and the simplicity of it, and really just having more fun reliving something from my childhood that I very much did like. Growing up, I had the Bachmann Thomas models, and looking through that box right now, really, I can only find the Thomas models. I need to find some actual non-Thomas trains. I will still say to this day, the Thomas theme is a banger. If there isn't any audio there, then that means that YouTube is stingy and everything and they hit a 3-second audio clip. Streaming on Twitch, wink wink nudge nudge, look down below, a community happened to have funded a Berkshire Pokemon theme, which was really cool and was one of the things that wanted to get me back into model trains and all that stuff. Never ordered the Kura hot dog because for some reason mine came with a tip. We got a shit ton of snow, we still have a shit ton of snow, and for the people saying, actually, that's not a lot of snow, okay? By my local standards, it is, you nerdy schmuck.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Got to see actual trains at the Virginia Museum of Transportation, and I even got to see one of the trains that I got to see as a kid, the 611 Norfolk and Western J-Class. A little bit of a fun fact about this train, it is the only Norfolk and Western J-Class that is still running and actually is still properly maintained. This thing goes out on excursions routinely. Also found a Buc-ee's, some of the stuff I really liked, some of the stuff I absolutely hated, but you know what? It was a fun trip nonetheless. I had a great time. But no, I wouldn't get anything stupid from that. Nope, not at all. Also went to a train show about a couple of weeks ago, sometimes featuring Legos, but also I really want this sign. And got to finish it all off by going to an aquarium with 2 friends that I got to know through streaming, Archie Bendy and Archer Opossum. Also because of the snow, we had to put boots on my boy Warren, and he is not too happy about them. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Oh yeah, by the way, also, I'm partnering with Gamersubs in case you want to save 10% or something. I don't know, it might be able to help support me and when all these trying times and all that stuff in which I can only offer y'all's an egg. Do it. But yes, I am very happy to say that I will be coming back to making videos, like I said before, less frequent, and I really do appreciate all the nice things people have said. The 1 or 2 people that haven't said it and the nice things and everything and basically was saying, I get back to making videos! Yeah, no, stop that. I was working on making sure that I could have a roof over my head. My bad. It was called adulting. People who made those foul comments probably aren't familiar with that. While YouTube is a potentially very profitable and something that can work out for people very well, the volatility of it is not something I would like to take a risk at again. For example, since day 1, I knew that this was volatile, so that's why I've never quit my job at my retail job, which is basically still there and is always still a source of income that I have. TLDR, don't put all your chips on one space. I miss trafficking. The emotions ran high. Been chasing the dopamine ever since. Wait, ain't this the dude that got found out by ordering a pizza or something?
A PDF.
One of those questions that'll raise a few hairs when you ask it in the first place, because if you have to ask it, oh boy, here we go. Also, for some reason, the vibe reminds me of Moreau.
A 30-year-old married heterosexual male here. Whenever I chat on the internet, the adults bore me to tears. It's all talk about divorces, kids, jobs, etc. Mostly kids. And since I don't have any, I can't relate. The teens, however, never fail to amuse me. Especially the teen girls. I love chatting with teen girls on the internet.
Officer, that one, right there. Gotcha, bitch!
It's all innocent. I don't cyber them or ask them what color they as undergarments are while I do this. I just talk to them about life and such. They are so much more interesting than people my age, especially the girl I met in a Yahoo chat, who is a total Star Wars geek. An even bigger Star Wars geek than me. Eek! So anyways, does this all make me a div? Mrs. Rasta homie thinks it's weird, but it's not immoral or illegal. I, however, have my doubts. A disclaimer, I get no pleasure from these conversations, as they are strictly conversations about mundane things. So, am I a divi?
What the frick is a diva?
No, there is nothing at all wrong with it. Up until the last 20 years, many older men used to enjoy talking with teens, both boys and girls, even having them as friends. Platonic ones, by the way. When I was in my teens, older men used to sit in the shade at the local park playing checkers, talking, smoking aromatic pipes and stinky cigars, and getting great enjoyment out of watching the kids.
Yeah, 'cause they were watching their own play, okay?
Often, you'd see small groups of teens talking with an older man and think nothing of it. You, my friend, have a case of American.
I don't even know if I can say that word. Mole-itis? I'm just mispronouncing it for YouTube's TOS sake. I'm just trying to get to have a thing here.
Also known as dirty old man syndrome, which reared its head back in the late 80s and spread like wildfire, with the carrier being the media, which affects people of all ages. The disease is insidious in its effects, for it attacks the mind of normal heterosexuals and homosexuals alike in all walks of life, has even caused psychiatrists to misdiagnose and average intelligent patients to become slavering mechanics riddled with paranoia and quick to accuse. It has also caused a multitude of happy, well-adjusted males to feel that they are probably these if they so much as get any pleasure from watching children play and teens interact. Thanks to society's insanity of the late 80s, any male above the age of 90 who pays attention to children of any age is automatically suspect of being a potential CM and needs to be watched for any signs of deviational activity and promptly reported to the all-over suspicious police. Do you understand? I'm absolutely normal for an older man or woman to take pleasure in interacting with children or to just watch them because they are young, pretty, so full of energy and hope and surprises. Teens are exploring pre-adulthood, trying to act grown up, but still had the mental set, imagination, and exuberance of being in the prime of their lives and feeling both immortal, rebellious, loyal, and curious.
they make hilarious mistakes, and they're fun to listen to.
Interactions with them bring out dreams of our past youth. The asterisk paternal, maternal instincts asterisks, and with members of the opposite, a touch of lure.
Ah, yes, but totally platonic, like mentioned before.
Don't you dare sneer. It is biology because kids are at their most powerful between 14 and 25. History shows that most children were married from ages 12 to 20.
Yeah, like 1,000 years ago when the expectation of life was 30 years old.
And usually, as soon as the girl had her period, she was considered marriage material.
Anybody else thinking this would be a funny thing to see him try to do this in front of a judge? I would buy tickets and get popcorn for this.
Women reaching 22 without being wed were considered old maids. Teens can give off these cues without meaning to because of biology. You know that you are not going to go and seduce some kid, so don't worry. Besides, you might be surprised at the amount of kids who try to seduce their young, good-looking teachers in high school, especially by girls. Feel sorry for those male teachers in their 20s when some pretty young thing of 15 oozing this from all pores, just busting with nobility, thanks to nature telling her that it is time to reproduce, turns on the heat. They don't pay teachers enough to face those pressures. Anyone happen to have been old enough in the 60s to recall how it was the in thing for girls in high school to get the hots for college guys? Going to the prom with one was considered a great status. The girls wanted mature men, which royally pissed off a lot of high school guys. Disney put out a lot of movies with that same plot in them.
Ah, yes, surprise, surprise, there is actually not a list of those because those movies don't actually exist.
Check out the ages of consent in other nations. America has about the highest. You continue your chatting, and I'll continue taking my nieces and nephews on walks in the woods, and screw everyone else.
Man.
People really out here trying to make an inch and get a mile out of it. Jesus Christ. But I can very much estimate what this website needs as a whole.
Be your child's first bully.
Okay, there is no way I am ever saying anything in that speech bubble, I can guarantee you that. Also, instead of being your kid's bully, you should teach your kid to be able to stand up against bullies, because bullying sucks ass. And anybody that decides to bully somebody else really does not have much going on with their life and not really a good person overall to have. For anybody that thinks that bullying somebody because they happen to like something that's different than your perspective is justifiable, very much you got nothing else going on for your life.
If gravity was real and it could hold down 1.45 a lot of zeros short tons of ocean water, 1 short ton equals 2,000 pounds. That's just 1 ton. I don't know where the short is. And to keep it from flying off at the ball, every one of us would be stuck to the ground, struggling to slither like snakes. That is a mic drop. That's also called common freaking sense,
says the person whose Facebook profile is set to public and is trying to deny gravity.
Clavicular was mid-gist when a group of voids came and spiked his cortisol levels. Is ignoring the voids while munting and mugging voids more useful than SMV chad fishing at the club.
Why did that second half read like a damn Dr. Seuss book? You know, seeing the little kick icon doesn't put the moral bar up much higher, but I tried finding out who this streamer was because I didn't know that there was a streamer with that name. I thought that was just a name of like the Jawbone or something, and them being arrested ties pretty well into the Kick name. Last I checked, the only thing I know about Kick is that's where all streamers go after they get canceled.
Restoring America requires us to 1. Submit to Christ, 2. Attend church weekly, 3. Close commerce on Sundays, 4. Mass deportation of pagans, 5. Outlaw these religions.
Not gonna list them just in case, because YouTube TOS is, they have a sniper dot on me.
6. Outlaw deletions and homosexuality. 7. Repeal the 19th. Yeah, we could do this in about 10 to 15 years.
Ah, yes, because I've always had a wonderful instance with people that go to church on Sundays to reset their moral counter and then be an absolute dong to me on Mondays at the register when they're expired and mismatching coupon don't work.
To the parents of the children shoveling snow, I have already contacted the police and the Better Business Bureau.
I think that's what the triple B means.
There are kids going around the neighborhood charging families to shovel their driveways like they are running a legitimate business. Newsflash, you don't just get to collect money without having an official LLC, permits, or paying taxes. I know for a fact they don't have any of that set up, which means this is completely illegal. This isn't kids helping out. This is people operating under the table and thinking the rules don't apply to them. Meanwhile, the rest of us follow the law, pay our taxes, and do things the right way. Because of this, I contacted the police department and reported it. I have also reached out to the Better Business Bureau as well. Someone needs to put a stop to it before it gets out of hand. If you are going to charge money, do it legally. Otherwise, don't do it at all.
Oh, you and kids with lemonade stands must be a wonderful match together, aren't you? And you can absolutely guarantee the police station already has this person's logged number under, oh dear God, not this dum-dum again.
No kids here. Never wanted them. I enjoy my me time too much.
Yup, selfish, greedy,
Anti-American.
Our culture, sanity, lifestyle is on the brink of destruction. You and the Muslims are reproducing like rats or worse. Our society will be eliminated.
Please, YouTube, heads up. This is a satirical statement. I have to say that now because I have to watch out for the bonks, okay? Hey, YouTube, I'm doing a funny, okay? Shut up. But yeah, that's gonna have to be with this video. This will really only be the only time I really do the outro with the face cam. But like I said, thank you again for everybody who has just been supportive in the time that I've been taking to have the day off or have the time off to be able to recoup from things. Because going from a video every day for 6 years to not having a channel, yes, you get a little, you need to change pace and do some adulting and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely going back to making the videos like I was before. Like I said before, the incel tier videos will no longer be able to be done because that seems to flag YouTube's AI system a lot, and they're very weird on it. But yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm glad that I'm back. I'm glad that I want to be doing more stuff like this. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. It really does help with the engagement, so if you haven't already, hit the like button. Little thing should be lighting up there because YouTube's UI lights up. Hit the comment button, subscribe with the notifications and all that shit. Hi, but yeah, you guys have a lovely day, okay? Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.